Another Sketchbox! Here we go! So I just got this Sketchbox in the mail. I'm really excited. I actually checked out the email and it has to do with charcoal, or pencil, and some watercolor thing, I think. I'm actually really into charcoal and pencil work. That's actually probably my medium of choice that I prefer overall. Ooh. Oh, that was loud. Let's see what's in here. Ooh, oh my gosh. I really enjoy Asian artwork like this, especially something so revamped with such a fresh take on it. This is really cool. Really cool and inspiring by Cassie Murphy. Pretty cool. So we always have these in here. I'm really not going to go through that because, well, there's a good look and we'll see what everything's like, if you're even worth paying attention to. Watercolor graphite pocket set. Okay. I have never had watercolor graphite before. I've never even heard of that. Okay. Alright, cool. Looks just pretty much kind of like some standard, pretty good quality watercolor pencils, but all in graphite variants. Looks like there's some pretty nice little tones there, so cool. Let's see what else we've got. Some more pencils in this green and this kind of like burnt umber. It's pretty nice. Okay, what is this? Drawing graphite putty. Okay, see, this is what I saw in the email. And they said that they were really excited about this. And I was like, what in the world? All I imagined is those gray erasers, like this one, but of graphite. And I think, based on looking at this, kind of exactly what you're getting. So I'm excited for this. Like, I love graphite so much. I'll have to do some show and tell of some of my graphite drawings, some of my portraits, so you can really see like what I'm actually good at. But I really like this. This is cool. What else is there? Okay. This looks like some little watercolor, little basins with some pigment, but it looks like one is falling out. That's okay. We'll fix that later. Oh, another brush. Ooh, another brush. Hey, look at how pretty and fancy it is. Princeton Heritage Round number 6. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. And another one of these pencils. Actually, it's a different brand, not a Derwent, but a color tint. So we got like a nice kind of brown mousse looking color. So that'll be good for tones. Is there a sticker? Oh, look at how cute it is. Oh my god, it's so cute. It's really little, actually. I'm an eraser. An eraser. Nothing for charcoal but an eraser. I love this. It's so cute. I thought, honestly, that the last one, this was like as cute as it could get. I don't know why. A jar is so cute of a sticker. But now I have an eraser. Yep. That's going in there. That's got to, right? Just got it. Alright, let's do nothing else. Let's put the box away. And let's get started in some demo. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do first is do some showing. Let me get these out of the way. I really like graphite. This is pretty much just some osteology drawings from a skeleton course I took. It's kind of a final project. But graphite, I really like to work with. I think, honestly, this is like one of my favorite drawings of a bone. And unintentionally, these get progressively simpler and simpler. And then as far as portraits go, this is a portrait of Arya Stark from the Game of Thrones. Probably one of the most inspiring turn of events or climax to a season for a character, I think. And yeah, so I drew this of her when she was blind and battling the many-faced god. some other just kind of freestyle portrait figuring with some graphite. I used a little bit of ink in there, that's why some of that is so black, and the feathers and the tattoos. But as you can see, this is kind of really what I like the most. Interesting, this portrait is not very good of Rihanna. However, I remember when I first started drawing this, it was just the one I picked. Recently I got on Instagram, and I've noticed that this is actually, like, there's a lot of people doing a challenge of this or something. It's pretty interesting. It's a really good portrait of her, like the way her face is and everything, the lines, the shapes, the angles. But yeah. I've been pulling a lot out of this one. I think I found something I'm going to use. See, graphite is so nice. I think with these colors and a little bit of this month's inspired artwork, I think this is kind of the one I want to try to redo or something with. We'll see. It's going to be interesting to try to take charcoal pencils and in these watercolor pencils and actually kind of redo a graphite drawing. Okay. So interestingly enough, look, we got everything here. No paper. No paper this time. So I'm probably going to have to pull from one of my last months. Which is great because I have plenty of extra. So I'm going to go pull these out and see what is interesting. so coming down to this, I am very challenged, but also very actually interested. A lot of the times, like, you get materials and it's like, okay, they're good to work with, you know how you're going to use them. But this is strange. Okay, so it definitely, if anybody gets this, you really should read the back of it. It does work like clay, as it talks about, and it's really strange because, like, you pull it off, and as I was trying to work with it, it was kind of doing what I wanted, almost like charcoal, which I was liking. But then when I needed to build value, it had a little bit harder time as it dried out. And then it says use water to activate. Well, I kind of thought to use the brush and everything. As you can see, I got really frustrated. And sometimes that happens, you know, that's okay. I think that's a good sign of a new medium that's challenging, and challenging mediums are fun to work with. But I need time to work with this a little bit more. It's really, really interesting. Like, I don't like particularly to get messy, even though, you know, as art, that's what happens. But typically, like, I touch my artwork a lot and I move the paper around and move my surfaces, and so I don't like to get too messy on my fingers, and that's kind of exactly what this did. It's strange because, like, with graphite, I really appreciate it because it's always in pencil form, so that's a lot more controlled. This is like using the controlled medium that I'm used to, but with no control because it's in this clay putty stuff. But I'm actually going to try and work with this a little bit more. I've said that on some other videos, and I really didn't care too much for the sketch boxes. This thing is interesting. My life's been really crazy right now, and I've got a lot of changes going on, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to this. But this is something I'm really going to try to do something with, along the lines of a little bit more detailed work. Yeah, but that was really great. I actually really liked working with that. Here's a little bit of a redraw of this old piece that I did. Graphite drawing. Kind of did it with this watercolor stuff. Really interesting. For the most part, I didn't really get so much of a charcoaly effect unless I did it on top of wet already, like I was doing with the hair. So that was pretty interesting. But for the most part, if you know, like a watercolor pencil, if you applied it dry and then worked through it, it pretty much reacted just like a watercolor. So to me, these were very much like watercolor pencils in charcoal, tones, hues, variants, what have you, which worked. I liked it. I like that you could put it back down though, and just it stayed in place for the most part and made harsh lines. That was really nice too. These, I guess, were all right. I don't really have much to say about them. But these pans are really nice. These were really, really nice watercolors. Okay, well, I don't think I have anything else much more to say other than this box was challenging. Most of the time I really just like the boxes overall, but I have a challenge ahead of me, and we'll see. We'll see what's going to go on next. I don't think I'm going to try to take one of my old drawings, but I think I'm going to actually try to do a portrait, or one of my skeletal drawings, kind of like what I was attempting to work with here. And I need more paper. I need bigger paper. Actually, all I have is these little sketchbooks right now because I've moved around a lot. So I'm actually going to get some really large actual drawing paper in and see if I can work with this a little bit more with my hands on a bigger surface. Well, thank you for watching another one of my videos. I'm going to see what I can come up with, and see you in the next one. Bye.